Thank you to Imaginatrix for helping me out with this tie. What we do with this chest harness is start by tying on the upper part of the chest and flipping around to the back here. You'll see it goes straight through the lark's head. Much easier if I make a pair of scissors, put it through, and then use that pair of scissors to pull the rope back through. I'm just going to find the right tension, not too snug, centre of the spine. And I'm going to go back the way I came on top of the rope I just tied. And I want those two ropes to be flush to each other. Now I'm going to come back through the lark's head that I made to begin with. Go down through. And then I go underneath the chest. Now I want this to be on the bottom of the pectoral muscle, so I lift Imaginatrix's chest to get that in the right position. Obviously check with your partner before you do that, make sure they're okay with it. Then I'm going to go over and under the first of the two bottom wraps. And change direction and go underneath the chest again. Over and under the two bottom wraps. Come up through the middle. And then go over and under on the top wraps. This makes a nice lock which puts everything in place. And now I'm going to go over the shoulder. Now joining on the back here, because I don't want to ugly up the front of the tie with a join on. I'm going on the outside of the trapezius muscle, not near the neck, outside the trapezius muscle, over the first set of wraps, and I'm going to go over and under the bottom set of wraps. And I'm coming up on the outside. This introduces more friction to the tie. Now I'm going over the shoulder on the other side, again outside the trapezius muscle for that one. Now go over the rope and underneath to reflect the pattern that I've already made on the other side. Another little friction here. I'm going to go back to the front to add some reinforcement. Up across the sternum, over and under. And I'm going to pull both these out, so it makes sense for me to pull both at the same time just to check the tension is right, check the placement is where I want it, because this is where it's going to be when the tie is finished. And to hold that in place, I'm going to wrap around an extra time. And then follow the line back to the other side. And you can see this rope's in my way, so I'm just going to move that out of the way. Go through here, nice and tidy so everything's got its place. In between the arm and the body again, and again, across the sternum. Adding some tension to that line. I'm just putting a bit of a bend in it. And then wrap around that line again. Again, I'm going parallel with this line I've already tied. Not on top of it, not crossing over it, just right next to it. I'm saying I'm going to sort out that line later. Now changing direction to make a bit more friction. So that is the tie pretty much done. All I've got to do now is deal with these 2 extra pieces of rope that are kind of cluttering up the place and not looking very tidy. First one's shorter, so it's easy to deal with. I'm just going to follow some of these lines I've already made and see if I can get that to blend in with the ropes I've already tied a little bit. And I'm just going to finish by tucking them in between the 2 pieces of rope. Okay, this next one's longer, so I'm going to go around the body, because obviously there's more body than there are these tiny ropes. And to make that blend in, I'm just going to catch this diagonal line and carry on back around. Unfortunately, the audio for this video got lost, so whatever we're talking about right now will forever remain a mystery. And just finishing off with one more friction. And we're done. Bear in mind this is on the chest, so don't be over tightening this. Make sure your partner can breathe and that they've got a good expansion of the diaphragm. Thank you very much for watching. The whole point behind this channel was we wanted to create accessible, high quality rope education. And we wanted to, so that no one paid, support that with ad revenue. Unfortunately, not every video gets demonetized, but the vast majority do. So the chances of supporting this channel with ad revenue is not a long-term prospect. If you want to support us, please consider checking out our Patreon. As a way of saying thank you to people who chip in a little bit, we have lots of extra videos, lots of extra goodies, extra live classes. There's a lot of stuff going on over there and I think you'd like it. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hey, I'd recommend checking out our other video about the chest harness because we go into a lot of information about safety stuff. Go check it out, see what you think.